That's right.
So from Alaska, we're going all the way down to Texas. Hi, John. How are you today?
Hi, good, doing well. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How may we help you?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to give you the Cliff Notes version. As of right now, me and my wife has been separated, living in different homes for 3 weeks. What caused it was I came clean to her. I was lying. I went to medical school when we while we got married. I had 2 years left of medical school. I failed my boards. I told her I got a residency that I didn't, and I came clean to her, telling her I did not get this residency. So it's 4 years of lying to her about our future or my job. What was going on with me, because I don't know, my own fears and reasons, I guess. I've started therapy. I have a therapist. She went and saw him one time, and then after that, this was last week, she said that, she's like, I can't ever trust you again. I know I can't, but, I just need separation right now. So what I told her, I said, all right, tell me what you need. I'm going to give it to you. And the pies, I do the pies. I'm obviously, during that time, I got pretty far from God. I'm religious. Now I'm closer to God. My health is better. I also have a chronic back issue, which is actually getting resolved. I'm getting a disc replacement in 3 weeks. But I guess my question is the best course of action to rebuilding that trust. I know it's going to take a lot of time, especially since right now she does feel and think she'll never be able to trust again.
If I may ask you a question, I'll make sure I got this right. You deceived her for 4 years? Is that what I heard?
4 years, yes.
So did she think that you were in residency that whole time, or did she think you were going to start residency in 4 years?
No, she thought I was in residency, but like I said, I had this back issue, so I would the back issue is real, and I haven't, it's crazy to say this, but there were no other lies about our life except for that part of my career, which is huge. I'm not downplaying it. I take full responsibility for it. We've had 2 children in that time, and when I failed the board the first time, my daughter was born a few months ago. And I couldn't, I don't know, I just failed as a person and failed, as a man there. And like I said, she still, as far as our communication right now, I guess it's good considering, because, we have our children, I take care of them almost every day. We exchange them at night. She still tells me, she loves me and good night.
You can you certainly can understand that if a person has been lied to for 4 years and have bought that lie, believe that lie, etc., you can understand how that she would probably not trust anything. If you could get away with that,
right,
and you've gotten away with that for so long, then that makes you an excellent liar. I mean, it means you're really, really good at what you do.
Right.
And therefore, why should I trust you whether you went to the grocery store? Why should I trust you? You do understand what's happening on her side, right?
Oh,
okay.
Yes, I completely, yes. That's why, I'm trying to, anything you need, if you need to say, I just want to give her everything that she needs, because what I did was just ridiculous. So.
Well, I'm not going to downplay it.
But yes, I do.
Okay, we won't downplay it. I understand. I can actually understand even the psychology behind it. But obviously, as you know, it was a really, really bad thing to do. And you've already stated something that's crucial here. This didn't happen overnight. This happened over a long period of time. Therefore, redeveloping trust is not going to happen overnight. I mean, to get past that is not going to happen in a week or a month. It's going to take a while. And so the only thing that I know how to recommend, and we'll get Kimberly's view on this, the only thing that I know to recommend, my friend, is absolute, ultimate, and complete truthfulness about everything from this point on, period. And I would suggest that when you're talking to her, saying something like, well, that was the only lie, I wouldn't say that if I were you. Because if you say that, it almost sounds as if you're making some kind of a justification. Or I lied to you because this. That still sounds like you're making some kind of a justification. And what people want to hear is not anything that sounds like you're justifying what you did. What they want to hear is total penitence, if you'll let me use that word. that you're truly sorry about what you did. There is no justification. And so be very, very careful. I would recommend, John, very careful in saying anything that even sounds like it's even the mildest justification for what you did. Now, I understand in your mind, you know why you did it. I get that. But trying to communicate that to her is not going to be like, oh, well, if that's why you did it, that's okay. It's not going to work that way. It's going to be like, oh, you're not taking full responsibility for your actions.
And I would even encourage you, just thinking from her perspective right now, there's a lot, she's probably in shock. I mean, there's going to be a process for her to even really understand everything this means and what has happened. And so don't push her during that time to try and make any decisions or do anything big. She needs time to process and let that happen. But as that happens, if she has questions, just like Joe said, you being open and honest, I mean, overly. At this point, as bad as this might sound, I don't think you could do much to make it worse. I mean, at this point, if you're scared of, well, if I tell her the truth about that, then what is she going to think? No, just tell her the truth. That's what she's wanting. And even in the sense of, thinking about the fear that women have, does she feel safe financially? Is she being provided for? Is that something that she's worrying about? So I would also try and foresee some of those things, even if she's angry, even if she doesn't want to be around you, and try my best to do my part in, how can I make sure she feels secure in other areas without pushing her, but just doing what I can to provide for her right now.
Right, and let me explain something here. When Kimberly said you couldn't make it much worse, what she's saying is by telling the truth. But
right.
Any lie, no matter how minor, would definitely make it worse at this point.
Right. When she asks for the truth, because there's a whole, at our workshop, we talk a lot about when do you tell the truth, when, if they ask all this kind of stuff, which we're not going to go into now. It's not the time or place. But, right, what I'm saying about that is I would not fear answering the questions truthfully in case, well, if I tell her the truth about this, she's going to get mad about the truth. She needs the truth.
Exactly.
That's what she needs.
But even the slightest lie now can make this worse. My friend, you're in this for the long haul. I know that you love your wife. I know that you love your children. I believe that altogether. You know that you made a terrible error of judgment there. But just be patient and be very truthful. And if she truly does love you, there is a potential that you can get past this, but it's going to take some time. Okay? And there's no magic fast way to do this.